Welcome back. Once upon a time, I was in another lineage, and feeling along the spine was emphasized. You ought to feel along the spine. And every yogi that I would talk to would say, look, I've been doing this for years, and I don't have any success feeling along the spine. And it was kind of tragic. And so I'm always trying to help yogis to have that ability, to have that inside of you as a tool, as an access, as a yogic skill, that it's in you and it's easy. It's not hard at all. And so today we're going to talk about transferring. We're going to take one sensation in the body and we're going to transfer it to another area to help our cells feel deeply along the spine. So let's get into it. My guru Ashokji, he said, Kriya Yoga is a bliss program. Because when you feel bliss, it's very, very difficult to take your problems, to take the world, to take your life, to take other people too seriously. And isn't this the problem, that we're taking everything and everything so seriously? And if we could just back up a little bit, then we start to see the bigger picture. And isn't that the problem? We're so focused, we're so in the left brain that we're just bound into everything, and that's where all the problems are. And so if we could just rest backwards a little bit, just open up and back away and get a bigger picture, then everything might fall into place, right? And that's what the bliss is for. When you're experiencing bliss on a regular basis and you're finding it inside of yourself, it's difficult to take everything overly seriously. And that's what we want. We want it to be difficult to be bound up, and we want it to be easier to let go and back away and have that larger picture of life. That's the Kriya Yoga program in a nutshell. So I started to feel bliss in one area and in one chakra and then another chakra, and I wrote to Ashokji, and he goes, wonderful, you're feeling the bliss. He was so excited. He was never excited about energy or some particular experience that somebody was proud of. He couldn't care less. But when you found bliss, oh my God, was he excited for you. So I'm finding bliss, and then he throws down the gauntlet. He goes, okay, great. Now see if you can find bliss in every single chakra. I'm like, wow, okay. Gauntlet is thrown down. Let's dig in. Let's do this. And it took me about 3 more years, and I found bliss in every single chakra. And you're going to find something very interesting, that the bliss along the lower spine feels heavier. It's a more earthly bliss that you are finding. And the bliss along the upper spine feels very, very light and uplifting. It's a different quality. And so now you're learning something quite profound. You are learning to differentiate between the lower nervous system and the upper nervous system. This is so huge, because consciousness-wise, you're learning to differentiate between the lower manas mind and the upper buddhi mind, right? The higher mind. That's everything. Oh my God, it's so gargantuan. So let's get into the exercise. First off, very, very simple exercise to start with. We're just going to breathe through the hand. And I'm just going to use the breath. I'm going to use the ha breath to breathe through the hand. And that ha breath is going to help me to get the idea and the feeling that the energy is coming, shooting out of my hand. Very simple. And so you do that over and over again, and you might start to feel, oh, I can feel a little sensation go through there. And that is you feeling the movement of the subconscious that you have stimulated with your breath and your mind. And whenever we get into this realm of combining the body and the breath and the mind together, we're now in the realm of Raja Yoga. Isn't that amazing? We're now in that realm. So once upon a time, I took some wonderful Reiki classes, and the teacher was so straightforward about this process. He says, look, you just breathe through your hands, energy squirts out, and you put it on other people. And that's it. Now that's a very beginning idea, right? And there's lots of things you can do beyond that in terms of healing, but that is the beginning idea. And so you go up to your loved one, you say, hey, can I give you some energy right now? And you put your hands on them, and then you breathe. And you breathe into them. It's a very beautiful thing to do for your family and your friends. And now let's take that and let's transfer that same learning into a chakra, okay? So you might start at the base. You might start the first chakra, then go to the second chakra, then go to the third chakra, then go to the heart. And with each one, we're going to send some energy into the chakra. And it's kind of like I've said before, it's like a Pac-Man eating its way backwards to the dorsal vagal, right? And I can combine that with the Om Japa. I'm going to send a mental Om into the chakra at the same time. So I'm showing it to you with the Ha breath so you can hear the breath, you can see what I'm doing. But when you do this, you're welcome to do it internally. Use that Ha breath internally without making a mouth breath. And you can also send an Om into the chakra internally. So try that out. Bring the breath and the Om together. Into the chakra. And now we're taking what we learned with our hand and we're transferring it into the chakra. So you take a lot of learning here. It's so easy to feel with your hands, and then you take that sensation and you bring it into the chakra. Working your way backwards to the dorsal vagal. So now we're attempting to sense deeply, deeply, deeply into the body. And at first, you might feel some pressure along the dorsal vagal. And that pressure is quite real because with the long out breath, your chest is compacting. Okay, very wonderfully, like a very, very wonderful gentle massage. It's compacting, right? Because your chest cavity is going down as you exhale, so it's compacting this way. And then the diaphragm is pushing up, so it's compacting this way. So the whole thing is squeezing together, and it's compacting your organs against that dorsal vagal along the spine. So everything's compacting backwards towards the spine. And you can physically, sometimes yogis tell me, I can physically feel that pressure along the spine. And that is so perfect. If you feel that, stay there. Feel that. Feel that. Feel that again and again. And then that pressure, for me, it turned into a kind of, oh my God, what's going on? Oh my God, this kind of expectancy came next. Oh my God, I don't know what, something good is about to happen. This strange expectancy fell over me. And then the next thing I felt was a tingling. All along that same area where I felt the pressure, I felt this tingling. And if you feel that, oh my God, you're right on the edge of bliss, because the next thing that I felt was bliss. Now, if you feel one of those, if you feel more of those, it doesn't matter which one you feel. Just keep feeling whatever you feel. Keep feeling backwards towards the spine. And it'll unfold to you, okay? So here's my hand, and behind my hand is my chest plate, and behind the chest plate is the heart, And behind the heart is the dorsal vagal. And then all the way back behind that is the spine, right? So I'm attempting to feel all the way back there. What do they say is important about real estate? The three things which are important about real estate: location, location, and location. And that's what you're doing. You're learning to locate the correct space. And it can be like tuning in a radio. So you turn the dial and, oh, there's the song, but then you went too far, you went into static. And then you turn the dial back in. Oh, there's the song, but you went too far and there's static. And very slowly you tune in until you hear just the right song. And that's what we're doing. We're working our way backwards, tuning into just the right song. And so let's use another exercise, and we're going to transfer. Again, we're going to transfer a sensation. So I put up my hand. I'm going to breathe onto my hand. Feeling that cool air go over my hand. It's touching the hairs on the back of my hand. And so I can feel just a little tickle, but feel that cool sensation on the back of your hand. And then put your mind backwards along the spine and attempt to feel that same breath, that same sensation right along the dorsal vagal, right along the spine. And we just go back and forth. Breathe on the hand. Send that into the chakra. Back and forth. Breathe on the hand. Send that same sensation along the back of the chakra. You can kind of rock yourself into it. Breathe on the hand. Transfer it to the spine. Let it drip into the spine with all the ease and all the relaxation. That's it, and you'll feel that little bit of tickle along the spine, and that's it. That's the beginning of the bliss. That's what you're looking for. You breathe on the hand, transfer it to the spine. You can do this exercise anytime. You can do it before meditation, during meditation, in the middle to help you out. You can do it at the end of meditation. You're already in a deep place. It gets easier to feel. You can do it anytime during your day. Nobody has to know. You can be talking and blow on your hand and then breathe backwards. And you can do it silently, right? And nobody has to know. Nobody has to know a thing, right? Just you. And every time you're doing this, you're developing your feeling inside, deep inside, where most people don't go. One of my favorite yogis, Matsyendra, the Lord of the Fishes, right? that the Lord of the deep divers diving into themselves, right? The Lord of the deep divers. They said that he could do the spinal twist perfectly, that he could actually turn his shoulders and twist all the way backwards so that the shoulders lined up 180 degrees. Well, that's quite impossible. No body can do that. Your spine is not set up that way. So what are they trying to say? They're saying he could turn perfectly backwards. And that's what you're learning. You're learning to turn and look backwards inside, towards the dorsal vagal complex, feeling that little bit of awakening along the spine, that little bit of blissful sensation. And then it's yours. You found it once, you can find it again. You found it twice, you find it 3 times, now it's yours. You have it. You always know it's there. Location, location, location. I can find it. I can go back there. I did it once, I did it twice, I know it's there. And so that's a yogic power, isn't it? It's a yogic skill. And now it's a little bit of a treasure box inside of you, and nobody knows, just you. It's yours. Isn't that gorgeous? So I hope you love this. I hope you try this out now and again as a little side exercise. We're developing our sensitivity. We're developing our ability to sense within. And it's just a little bit of playing with it in this manner, which allows it to unfold. Okay, so it's not a one and done. It's not a one, I'm going to do it and find dynamite. No, it builds over time, and you don't look for just one thing. It has to be this way or it has to be this way. That's your left brain deceiving you. When you say it has to be this way, you're deceiving yourself because it's really an unfoldment. Okay, I listen to the ancients that went before me, the great ones. I listen to them. I listen to my teacher. And then I look inside. What can I find? And well, maybe they're talking about this, or maybe we're talking about this, and it unfolds inside of you, and then you get it. Oh my God, there it is. It's so obvious. It's right there. It has unfolded inside of me, and this resonates with what my teacher was saying, and this resonates with what the great ones were saying. And now we know we're on the right track, but it had to unfold. It wasn't a one and done, and it's exactly this way. That's all your left brain, you see? It has to unfold. It's natural. It's organic. It is a living yoga inside of you. It's alive. It's not written in a book. No, it's written in you. You are the volume which you are creating. And oh my God, isn't that incredible? So I hope you love this. If you did, be sure to hit that bell down below so I can see all of you next time.